That's what it is. That's what it is. Some parents are overprotective. They want to protect their children from making mistakes and doing the wrong thing, and
Mm,
that comes off as being bossy, but they're not actually trying to be bossy. They just don't know how to deliver their message to you in a kind way.
mm, yeah.
So it comes off as being, negative.
Yeah, true.
So that's just my opinion.
Mm.
Good. Do you have any other questions?
I have a lot of questions, but I better give some others some chances. I don't
Okay, no
want
problem.
others to
Yeah,
be.
just that's okay. Yeah, you just in America, I get asked this question a lot about, America, how parents and get involved in their kids,
Mm,
personal lives, and it's totally different than in China.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, and other countries it's different, but in America, the parents basically let us, because we were raised to be independent,
Mm,
and our parents raise us that way from children to be independent
yeah,
because they want us to be independent.
that's good. Yeah.
Good. Great. Well, tomorrow you have to get up early.
Tomorrow, do you have live stream tomorrow? You always
Tomorrow night I'll have a live stream.
tomorrow
Yes.
night. Oh,
Yeah, tomorrow night I'll have a live stream. Tomorrow day I have to work all day, and then I have a private tutoring class, and then I come home and do a live stream.
oh, what time is it? I mean, live
My
stream.
live stream will always my live stream not always. My live stream usually starts at 8 p.m.
8. Oh, I
Yep.
didn't finish work at 8. Yeah, I will try to join.
Yeah, my live stream usually starts at 8 p.m.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, usually starts at 8 p.m. Tomorrow night will start at 8 p.m., but I don't know what the topic is because
Hmm.
I have a couple ideas, but I haven't really decided yet. I'll decide tomorrow.
You can throw a coin.
Yeah, yeah, flip a coin. What should I talk about?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
thanks for coming up
Yeah.
tonight, Amber.
Thanks
It was
for
nice to meet
having
you.
me here. Yeah.
And thanks for raising your hand for what?
For
Three
4 days.
weeks? Oh, 4 days. Okay. Thanks for raising your hand and thanks for being patient.
Yeah, you are very patient. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Thank
Have a
you.
good
Thank
night.
you, Todd. Yeah, you too.
Have a good
Good
day
night.
tomorrow.
Yeah. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.
Bye bye.
Thanks, Amber. Yeah, and I know sometimes people are raising their hands and they um, raise their hands for days or weeks, maybe, but you know, it's not always because my live streams I usually bring only one person up on stage one on one because I want the people who come up on stage to have my full attention. And when I bring, and um, I'm not saying other live streamers bring maybe two or three people up on stage and have a huge conversation, and that's okay. That's something they like to do. I'm not a fan of that because I just think that when people come up on my stage, I give them 100% of my full attention, and that way that they get the opportunity and the chance to talk to me one on one, face to face, with no interruptions from anybody else. Sometimes when you bring a lot of people up, maybe it can get confusing and congested, and people talk over other people, and then sometimes people are shy. They don't want to talk at all if there's other people up on stage. So that's I guess I've said this before because trust me, I get a lot of not a lot. I'm not going to say a lot. I get a few messages, every week from people. I mean, they're not trying to tell me what to do. They're just like, I just want to, I just have a suggestion for you. They put it. They're very polite, very very polite. They're not like being bossy. They're just being very polite. I have a suggestion for you. Maybe in the future you could think about bringing up, two or three people and giving more people a chance to talk with you. That's just a suggestion. And I'm like, so I say, thank you so much for your suggestion. I do appreciate your suggestion, and I'll think about that. I'll take that into consideration. But at this point in my live streams, I just kind of like to be, one on one with my audience. So I don't have any plans in the near future to start bringing, you know, a, you know, two or three people up on stage, but I will think about your suggestion. Thank you. I'll take it into consideration. So I get people, some of them that send me messages aren't so nice, but most of them are pretty nice. So I don't, I'm not, I don't really get a lot of nasty messages. Just some maybe, um, some maybe are a little bit bossy, but those people, I just say, okay, thank you for your suggestion. I appreciate that. Have a nice day. Have a nice day. Anyway, tonight's our topic is how to. Did you have any family like childhood happy memories? Some childhood happy, not maybe not a lot of happy memories, but maybe just like mm, one happy childhood memory. I shared mine with you with the audience tonight. Um, mine, yeah, mine had to do with animals. So when I lived on a farm with my, anyway, I have some good childhood memories, and of course, I have a few, I do have a few bad childhood memories, but that's I think a lot of people have good, and a lot of, some people have good memories, some people have bad memories. And tonight, the topic wasn't supposed to be about bad memories, okay? I didn't want it to go into a negative, um, or a sad, not negative. I didn't want it to go into, something sad to make people feel sad. I don't want to make people cry, talking about their childhood, some things that happened to them in their childhood. Um, that wasn't my plan for tonight. My plan for tonight, when I thought about this topic, was to be happy memories, to make people smile, and to um, be happy to share your memory. Which my memory that I shared, one of them that I shared, had to do with when I grew up on a farm. I have lots of happy memories I could share with you, and some funny memories too. Okay, I'll share a funny memory. Okay, before I before I end this live stream, I'm going to share a funny memory with you that happened to me on the farm. Okay, and it has to do with my brothers, my two older brothers. Okay, um, this my little sister wasn't involved in this, at this in this situation. She wasn't with us. It was me and my two older brothers, because again, on the farm, my little sister was at home. So anyway, this memory is a funny memory. I think it's a funny memory. And so anyway, my brothers and I used to always go horseback riding because we had horses. So the three of us, we would get on horses on the weekends or whatever when we had time and we weren't busy, and we would go horseback riding. Horseback riding mean because we lived on a big farm. We had woods, and we had a pond, big pond, and we had lots of hills, and my parents had a lot of land, so we had lots of space to ride horses. Anyway, we were riding through the forest. So not a huge forest, just a group of trees, and we were riding through this forest, and we stopped to give the horses a break. And because when you ride horses a lot, the horses need to rest. So anyway, we stopped and got off the horses, and we're giving the horses a break. And um, um, one of my brothers actually started to, was like playing around, messing around, and he was throwing rocks. The horses weren't anywhere near us. So anyway, he threw a rock and hit me. It wasn't a big rock. It was just a little rock. He threw it at and hit me in the back or something. And he was by a tree. And so I picked up a rock and I threw the rock, and I tried to throw the rock at him. Obviously, I wasn't a good rock thrower, and I missed, and the rock hit a beehive. If you've ever been in the forest and you can see these big beehives, we had lots of beehive. We didn't raise bees, but we had, if you go out in the forest, you see bees make hives. They're big hives where they store their honey. And when I threw my rock hit a beehive. It wasn't a big beehive, a small one. And the beehive fell down on the ground next to my brother. And the bees come out of the beehive and started to come after him. And my brother just took off running, took off running all the way back home. He left his horse and took off running because he was so afraid of the bees chasing him. And my my other brother and I were laughing so hard because I'd never seen my brother so scared in my life. Luckily, the bees didn't hurt him, and we got back on our horses, and I took my brother's horse and led it back to our house. And my brother was so scared that me and my other brother were laughing so hard because I'd never seen my brother so scared before. And then I realized that he's deathly afraid of bees, and I didn't know that. And I learned that. So anyway, that was just a funny story. And my brothers and I still talk about that. My brother will still bring that story up, saying, "You remember the time we were in the forest and you threw that rock and it hit the beehive, and that beehive came down right at my feet? I took off running so fast. Those bees were chasing me. You remember you did that?" And yeah, I do remember. I have a good memory of that. And my brothers always remind me of that story. Because now we can laugh about it. Now we can laugh about it. Sometimes you have stories and maybe they're scary or not so good stories, and then later on you can laugh about them. Anyway, it's Starbucks night tonight. Good coffee. So anyway, it is time for me to say goodnight because it's getting late, and I have to hit the sack. I know that a lot of people are raising their hand, and I apologize if if I didn't bring you up on stage tonight, and I'm not going to bring any more people up on stage tonight because if I do, it's going to take it into probably very late into 11:30, and I need to get some work done before I go to bed. And so I'll be back tomorrow night at 8 p.m. If you're not doing anything tomorrow night, I'll be back tomorrow night at 8 p.m. and I will be I'll have a topic. I'm not sure what that topic is right now. I don't, but I have a couple of ideas, and I will share that topic on my moments tomorrow at some time when I have a break. I have a kind of a busy schedule tomorrow. So but anyway, I'll share that topic um, on my moments. Um, hopefully you had a good night tonight. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully it didn't bring back some bad memories for some people. Hopefully, it was a happy live stream. That's what I like. I want to keep the live stream as positive as possible. So anyway, thank you so much, everybody, for your gifts. The people who sent me gifts tonight, and thank you so much for my guests who came up on stage and shared your stories with me and asked your excellent questions. And I thank you for that. And anyway, any advice that I give people, just let you know, it's only my opinion. So I'm not a professional doctor. I'm not a professional psychologist. I'm not. So any advice that I give people, it's just my opinion. Okay. So you can take it or leave it. That's fine with me. Anyway, I don't want people to think that I'm a professional psychologist or anything because I'm not. So anyway, if you have any suggestions for some topics that you would like me to cover in the future, you can send me a private message here on Hello Talk, and I will certainly take your suggestion into consideration in future live streams. So I kind of have an idea of what I'm going to talk about tomorrow night. I'm not sure, but I kind of have a good idea. Hopefully, it's a good topic that you'll like. Anyway, tomorrow's September 1st, so say goodbye. We have about an hour left of August. So say goodbye to August. Welcome September, first day of school for a lot of kids tomorrow. It's going to be busy. So, be safe, be careful. Have a great Friday tomorrow, everybody. And I'll see you back here tomorrow night, Friday night, 8 p.m. I hope you can show up. I hope you can be here because I'm looking forward to talking and chatting some more. Okay? Good night, everybody.